You ever walk into a store thinking you're going to get a deal, and then boom, taxes, shipping, and convenience fees, suddenly that $99 special now costs $143.82. Yeah, that's kind of what closing costs feel like when you're buying a home, except way bigger. In today's video, we'll discuss closing costs and how you can start planning on making sure you have enough to buy a home. Let's be real. Most people are laser focused on the down payment, but then at the closing table, you see a bigger number than what you were expecting. Folks are left blinking, like, wait, what's this $9,000 for? So let me break it all down. No fluff, no jargon, no financial gaslighting. Because if you understand closing costs, you don't just buy a home, you buy it strategically. Welcome to the Epic Spotlight. I'm Dante Royster. So let's define closing costs plain and simple. Closing costs are fees paid at the closing of a real estate transaction. Buyers typically are responsible for items like title costs, lender fees, home appraisals, and inspection fees. Sellers often pay for things like real estate agent commissions and transfer taxes, the latter of which are taxes incurred when a property's ownership transfers from one individual or entity to another. Closing costs are the real estate transaction's final invoice. Think of buying a home like throwing a wedding. The down payment, that's the ring. But the closing costs, that's the DJ, the photographer, the venue, the cake, and your cousin who eats 4 plates at the buffet. Here's what usually is inside the closing cost bundle. You have loan origination fees, your lender's upfront charge for doing the paperwork and getting you approved. You have appraisal fee, which allows a professional to make sure you're not buying a lemon. You have title fees and title insurance. That confirms nobody else secretly owns your house. Your escrow deposit is broken down to property taxes as well as homeowners insurance. You are paying these in advance to make sure that you have an escrow account. Prepaid interest, this is interest that you'll be paying from the closing date to the end of the month. Let me tell you a story, a real story, one that actually happened to me. There I was 20 years ago buying my first house. Young, ambitious, thinking I had it all figured out. I had a budget, I had a pre approval, and I had confidence. And at that time, I was a manager of a retail mortgage company. I thought I knew what my clients had to go through, but I walked into that closing and I sat down ready to sign all the paperwork. And then the title company officer handed me over the final numbers. And I swear, I felt my soul left my body like one of those weasels from Who Framed Roger the Rabbit. Line after line of fees I never paid attention to. It felt like I was being charged for oxygen in a printer ink. It was like buying a concert ticket and finding out you got to pay for the seat, the sound, the band's water, and the security's walkie talkies. I realized right then the mortgage isn't the only fight. Closing costs are the side quest that you have to overcome. So I did what any future mortgage nerd would do. I became a licensed regional mortgage broker. I wanted to be able to give my clients the cheat code and more options to overcome closing costs in the down payment. Here's the magic number. Closing costs generally are 2 to 5% of the purchase price. So if you're buying a $350,000 home, that's anywhere from $7,000 to $17,500 in closing costs. Now that range exists for a reason. It depends on your loan type, your credit score, your real estate taxes, and the lender you work with. And how good your realtor and mortgage team are will help you negotiate the terms that can work for you. Now let's shift from surprise buyer to strategic buyer. Lesson one, let's get estimates early. Your lender will give you a loan estimate within 3 days of your loan application. Don't ignore it, read it like it's a treasure map. Numbers may be inaccurate up front, but these are still the same line items that you'll see at a closing. As numbers are updated with accurate information, you will continue to receive updated loan estimates throughout the journey of you buying the home. Lesson number two, save more than just the down payment. Too many times, folks empty their tank for their down payment, their deposit, and forget the gas to drive the car. Save 3 to 5% extra so you're not scraping pennies at the end. Lesson number three, ask about seller concessions, also known as seller closing cost credits. You can negotiate for the seller to pay part of your closing costs. It's legal, it's ethical, and it's strategic, especially in a buyer's market. So make sure you're asking your agent to include seller concessions in the offer. Lesson number 4, explore assistance programs. Your city, state, or even job might offer grants or loans for closing costs. Use what's out there. It's your money. You just haven't claimed it yet. Lesson number 5, watch for junk fees. Don't just accept every fee as gospel. Ask your lender, what's this one for? If they fumble, the answer might be time for you to shop around. Hey now, I did a whole set of videos about the home buying journey, from the idea of buying a home to what to do after you close on a house. Those videos are right over there. Check them out, because here's the poetic truth. Your closing costs, they're not a setback, they're a setup for ownership, equity, and control. It's like paying the cover charge to the best wealth building club in town. The vibe, freedom. The dress code, paperwork. The DJ, your mortgage broker, spinning deals in your favor. You're not just buying a house, you're buying a stake in your future. You're securing your seat at the equity table. So if you're watching this wondering, can I really afford this house? Remember, you can't afford not to be prepared. Closing costs may not be flashy, but they are the final gate between you and the keys in your hand. Do the homework, ask the questions, build your budget with eyes wide open, because when the day comes and you're sitting at the closing table, pen in hand, signing those final docs, you won't want to be shocked. You'll want to be ready, and you will be ready. And most importantly, you'll be home very soon. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and as always, have an epic day.